Alright guys, back again with another video. Right now we have a 2000, license plate. We have a 2007, I believe, 2007 Hyundai Tucson. Don't quote me on the pronunciation of that, but a Hyundai Tucson, 2007. This one, where you at? Okay, you can see it right here. That's a 2.0 liter. So Hyundai Tucson 07 with a 2.0 liter engine. Okay, so the problem with this was no crank, no start, no click. They weren't even getting a click. Now, what I did first is I kept this battery, checked for voltage. Okay, you can use something as like a multimeter, or get you one of these load testers. This one I got at Harbor Freight. Comes in handy. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm about to show y'all. Just Harbor Freight, man, is a load tester. Very much test the voltage of the battery. Sorry, I'm only giving one hand. So your negative, negative, positive. I lost the sleeve, but I used the old one. Okay, so it's like sits around 12. And then how you use this is after you plug it in, it'll give you the reading, right? And then you have this switch down here. When you move this switch and you hold it, that acts as a load on the battery, which shows you how much voltage is coming out of it as the engine's trying to start. So let's go ahead and hit the switch. As you can see, it's around 400, but it's still good as long as it didn't go has this 2. Once it has this 2, it's considered weak, but it's still good. So we know the battery is good. Then we go and we want to go ahead and come. Some people do the relay. I actually have the customer going out and buying the relay, but this is before I actually found the issue. But on some vehicles you have the diagram, start, right? So it's this one. And what I tried doing was, this one says main, that one says start, and they're the only two relays that look the same. Like this is a relay, all these relays look different compared to these. So I swapped them. Right, I put this one here and then this one here to see if that changed anything. That didn't change nothing. But when you put the key in, the vehicle, all the lights came on, radio, all that stuff comes on. This car currently has 237,288 miles for a 2007. So this lady didn't put some mileage. Okay, so just a quick overview about this job. So I ran some diagnostics. I went to the starter, right, while I have her going to get in the relay. I'm testing the starter out right now. Well, no, I already did. And the starter engaged. So like what you'll see is like when they do a bench test, right? Like they put the positive on the positive, and you have to use a screwdriver and all that. I'm gonna make a separate video on how to do a bench test, but for right now, just take my word for it. So we pretty much did that while we were down there, and the starter actually engaged. So what we know at that point is right here on the terminal posts, the terminals and the battery posts are clean, so they're not corroded. What we knocked out by testing the starter, we tested that the solenoid was good. We tested that the starter itself was able to crank, so we know that the starter is good. And we also know that the battery cable that goes from the positive post all the way into the starter is good, because obviously it's getting power. So it's like, where else do we go? Okay, the thing about this vehicle, look, and if you can see by the stick, it's standard. Okay, you got 3 pedals. Most of the millennials whatever generations after that, y'all don't know nothing about this. But it's cool. You got your gas, brake, and clutch, right? So, can I put a light on here? Yes, thank God. Alright, so I'll tell you what, this is actually the problem I found. So you get this clutch, right? You run it all the way up. Alright, all the way up till you reach that. That is, I don't know the actual name of it. Oh man. Alright. So I don't know the actual name of this, but how this works is this piece right here, when you push the clutch, because you have to push the clutch in all the way in order to turn the car on. It actually pushes this all the way in. I don't know if you can see that. That is the purpose of this when it comes to turning the vehicle on, right? Now, you ask, why is there a hole in the middle? Well, the reason being is because there is supposed to be, like you see this piece of plastic right here? There's the same material but a different design, but it actually goes in from the back like a clip for the engine bay to get those plastics off. You know how you have those clips? It's functions the same way. And then there's like a 1/4 inch piece of like this rubber that sticks out, so that when you hit your clutch, it actually pushes this all the way in. Now, when I came down here, because I was gonna start running some tests on, the connectors and whatnot, checking for voltage or whatnot, right? I noticed that I was like pushing the pedal all the way down, and watch, I'll even show you. So where is this? Okay, right there, right? Oh no, can you see that? Okay, so the metal piece is right here, and that's where we're trying to push in. So when I push this in on the way, it's not even pushing that thing down all the way. Look, I'm already as far as I can go. You see? You see how it still needs to be pushed back more? That white piece that you see right there that pushes in is actually supposed to be pushed in way farther back than what it's doing right now. Now, the reason being is because that little hole on the bracket of the pedal, the clutch pedal, supposed to have something like this. Okay, something like that. So this is actually like ended. So like you would clip this onto that hole in the pedal, and then this goes on the opposite side. So what this does is, when it's all together like how it's supposed to, when you push the brake pedal down, it's gonna push that sensor all the way down, whatever that sensor is. If you guys know what the name of that sensor is, please write in the comments, because I'm also learning. Like, as far as doing the job, I can do it, but understanding it is the fun part. And if you guys can help me out with that really know about all this stuff, that'd be real dope. I appreciate it. But anyways, so this thing broke, right? So you'll understand when I say we push the clutch all the way down, but there's still a gap, right? So look at this gap. I want to say it's about like a 1/4 inch gap, and that 1/4 inch gap, this is a Hyundai part, right? Or whoever made it. This is like a genuine part. So this gap is enough gap for the sensor to push down to start the vehicle. Okay? When it's broken, you put that clutch down, you try to start, you don't get a click because the car's not understanding that you're trying to engage, because it's not within the proper specification on how far that sensor needs to be pushed back in order to function properly, if that makes any sense. Because I ain't gonna lie, I just said it and it didn't make sense to me, but then it makes sense. You know what I'm talking about? So that's that. So what I plan on doing is just getting this, because at this point I don't need this. Now you can buy a new part like this. It might be $10 or less. Cool. But like, since it's something so small, I don't want the customer to have to go out of her way, like, because she's choosing to not go through the dealership, because she says it's too much of a hassle. She got things she has to do. So how do you fix this, Joel? You ask. Boom. Electric tape. So what I'm gonna do is put electric tape and make this hard and nice and stiff, right? Then you go back to that bracket. You can see the hole from here, but you go on that bracket and then just tape it on that bracket on the side that needs to be going, and see if that works. But before I even go out of my way to do that, when the customer gives me the keys to the car, a way to test this, if this is the issue, is to press down that thing all the way in and then try starting the car. If it starts, that's the issue. If not, may God be with us all. Alright, peace. Alright, so what I did, took that, throw it out. So what I did is I just put some electrical tape all around, make it nice and firm. And then where that bracket is at right there, I'm gonna go ahead and put some electrical tape on it, on there, tape it around, and see if it'll at least solve the issue for now, until either they want to replace it, or, to be honest, it's up to them. So let's do that, and I'll show you what happened. Alright guys, so you can, I don't know if you can see that. So I was able to duct tape it onto that bracket, just enough to hold it. So what I'm gonna do is push this pedal down while I'm sitting down. See, they ended up getting the relay, but they can always just return that. Better be safe than sorry. But alright, moment of truth. Let's check this out. On fire. Key is on. I heard the fuel prime. Everything looks good. Oh, on fire. Yeah, there we go. That was the issue. So, like I said, you know, if it's always good to run your diagnostics the way that you do, like when it comes to like you know, testing for this, testing for that. If you got like a no crank, no start issue, this one was a no crank, no start, no click. But this one's a special video because this is actually the first standard vehicle I've worked on, and to find out that the issue lies on the fact that it is a standard, and the issue was a malfunction due to a component on a standard vehicle. To me, that makes this job a lot better for me, and I learned a lot. So That's the issue. So just be aware if you have a standard. I would check this like first, because you don't want to be running all through all that diagnostics and then come to find out like that's the issue. You know, so check, just a side note, just check that thing up there. But other than that, she's on, she's moving, and she's breathing again. So thank you guys again for being with me on this job. You know, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, everything flows good, bro. So that's dope. Alright, now I can get paid and get out of here. Alrighty guys, you guys have a good one. Stay out of trouble. Be good, stay out of trouble. Peace.